Welcome back. Well, the past couple of years have completely redefined travel in many different ways, and some people are embarking on their first vacation, their first travel time in over 2 years. And today I have Wit Tuttell here from Visit NC to tell us all about his opinions with travel and much more. Will, how are you today? Thanks for being here.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing well. So I'd love to hear a little more about your travel recommendations.
Sure. Well, we do a lot of research on travel and we try and figure out what visitors want. What we're seeing right now is that visitors want to go to rural areas. They want to go to places they've never been before. We did a recent survey and more than a third of the potential visitors to North Carolina are looking for something different. They want to get to a place they've never been before. They want a small town. They want a place that's authentic and natural and beauty and has some character to it. So we're doing our best to promote those smaller areas that you may never have heard of, where you can have a great experience. And they're all over the place in the state of North Carolina. I'm outside of Waynesville right now, and I stayed in a place that's actually right in the middle of a Christmas tree farm in a little vacation rental, because there's not a lot of big chain hotels out here. So you're going to have to find those unique inns, bed and breakfasts, and vacation rentals. I also had a friend of mine stayed in a place that used to be the one-room schoolhouse for the county. So it's just really interesting how these places have been turned around to show off their character.
Just all looks very beautiful, historic, and your location right now is gorgeous. Tell me more about how North Carolina is celebrating small towns.
Yeah, so we've started this program to celebrate small towns called Dream Big in Small Town NC. Now, the idea here is we want to help people get to these places. They're small towns. They don't have big marketing budgets. They don't have large chain hotels to tell you about. We're going to help tell you about that on visitnc.com. Go to visitnc.com/dreambig. We have a whole section on these small towns, different areas, what you can do, what you can see, the experiences you can have, where you can stay. And we're partnering with Airbnb, and we're doing a sweepstakes. We're going to have 5 lucky winners. They're going to win $1,000 in Airbnb credit, where they can stay out here at some of these small towns. And we're going to give each one of those winners $500 in spending cash so they can come out here, stay for a long time, enjoy it. We've seen more than a 200% increase in people staying more than 28 days in some of the vacation rentals in North Carolina, particularly in rural areas. And so people can stay a long time. We've also got links to jobs if people want to get a job and make this the place where they start their second career, where they live, work, and play in a place with natural scenic beauty. We're welcome to do that, and you can find that all at visitnc.com/dreambig.
And I understand that the Blue Ridge and Great Smoky Mountains provide a great opportunity to have sustainable activities when you're traveling.
Yeah, it's really fantastic place for the outdoors. A lot of people want to get out here, but they want to protect the outdoors and enjoy it while they're seeing it. And you can do that here. You can do just about anything. There's hiking, biking, backpacking. You've got great spots for horseback rides along the trails that are nice and preserved, that have been here for decades. You can get out. I was in the Cataloochee Valley the other day. It's part of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. They've reintroduced elk into the valley. And so if you've never been in the valley and heard an elk bugling, it's really amazing. It sounds almost like a whale. It just echoes across the canyons. Great spot for the family to go have a picnic. We got lots of great activities for kids, for adults. The Appalachian Trail is out here as well. You can hike a small stretch of that and get a feel for what that's like without having to dedicate months of your life doing it. Up north, there's a place called Roan Mountain. It has one of the most incredible groves of rhododendron trees you've ever seen. And when they bloom, it's like a sea of color that just surrounds you. You can also head up, if you like scenic drives. We have the Blue Ridge Parkway, and you can go to Mount Mitchell. It's the highest mountain in the eastern United States, about 7,000 feet, with a climate more like Canada than like North Carolina. But my favorite place is a place called Joyce Kilmer National Forest. It's out in Graham County, North Carolina. And it's the only strand of old growth forest that's left in the eastern United States. So you can see those trees. This area was just too remote for logging. And so you can go out there and see those trees that have survived all this time.
Well, we're all excited to plan our vacations now. Where can we get more information?
Yeah, so the best place to go is visit nc.com/dreambig. We've got all kinds of information on there on these little rural towns. We're really focusing on 16 counties in North Carolina. We've got information on where to stay, what to do. There's a link to Airbnb. Airbnb has a whole special section with the sweepstakes on it. But we also have information on jobs. So if you decide you want to come here and you want to make it that second career, we can find a job for you as well in these areas. And that's, once again, visit nc.com/dreambig.
Well, thank you so much, Wit Tuttell, for joining us today. I really appreciate your time and showing off your great state. Looking forward to planning more vacations there. We'll be back with more right here on Mountain Connections right after this.